Welcome to this 20-minute vinyasa flow. In this short and sweet practice, we'll be focusing on the hamstrings and the hips. It's a no props practice, so all you need is your mat and your body. And when you're ready, find a standing position at the top of your mat and I'll meet you there. All right, then take a moment to ground down through your feet and stand tall. With your next inhale, reach the arms overhead, lengthen your body from fingertips down to your feet. Exhale and fold all the way down. Keep a bend in the knees. Draw your chin to your chest, relax your neck. And take opposite hand to opposite elbow. And begin to rock the body from side to side for ragdoll. Just a super gentle way to hang out in your body. Beginning to stretch the hamstrings. If it's available, you can start to straighten the legs, but it's okay if you need to keep the knees bent. Settle into stillness. Take an inhale and lift up halfway. Let go of your elbows. Roll the shoulders down the back. Exhale, lower the hands and step it back to plank pose. Draw your belly button towards your spine and press the floor away. And for the first round, we'll lower the knees and slowly lower down to the belly with control. Bring the forearms to the mat for Sphinx. Rolling the shoulders back, drawing the chest forwards. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Bring hands below shoulders, press back up through tabletop. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, come into downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent as you arrive in your downward facing. And begin to pedal out the legs, so straightening one leg whilst you bend the other. And then switching, right, left, right. Just giving the body a chance to work into the pose gradually. Begin to deepen your breathing. And then settle in. If you can send the heels a little bit further down to ground, then that's great. If not, it doesn't matter. Take an inhale, look forwards. Exhale, take baby steps to walk the feet towards the hands for forward fold. Keeping a bend in the knees, bring your belly to your thighs and then reach to take a hold of big toes with index and middle finger. Draw the chin to the chest, gaze down. And then you're holding here. If you can work towards extending the legs, then that's great, go for that. If not, then just stay where you are. Relax your shoulders. Bring the weight into the fronts of your feet. Take a deep breath in, lift up halfway, let go of the toes as you straighten the legs. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, lower the hands, step the right foot back and lower the knee, reach arms up for low lunge. Front knee is over the ankle, back knee is below the hips. Lift your ribcage away from your hips so you're decompressing the lower back. With your exhale, lower the hands. Then shuffle your front foot forwards to extend the leg. Then flexing the foot so you're beginning to switch on the muscles in the left leg. Fold forwards. And this can feel really intense for the left hamstrings. So bend into the knee a little bit to modify. Relax the shoulders down the back and press into the heel of the front foot. Beautiful work. Inhale, lift the chest, bend the front knee. Then tucking the back toes, lift back knee. Reaching arms up as you lift the torso for high lunge. Really press through the ball of your back foot. So now we're working into the hamstrings in your back leg. Keep front knee bent on top of the ankle. Stay for one more breath in. Exhaling it out, lower the hands, step to plank. Press the floor away, inhale. Lower the knees if you'd like to modify, or join me through chaturanga, shifting body forwards. Bend the elbows close to the sides of the ribs as you lower down with control. And then you're either taking Sphinx like before, or hands are staying next to rib cage. Roll the shoulders back, draw the chest forwards and up for Cobra. Press the tops of the feet into the mat so the legs are still active in your back bend. At the end of your exhale, lower the chest. Press back to downward facing dog. Pedaling out the legs if you like, or settling straight into stillness, whichever you'd prefer. With your next inhale, step right foot forwards, lower the back knee. Arms up for low lunge. Take a moment to align front knee over the ankle, back knee under the hips. And then reaching up through the arms, really lengthening your torso. Create space for your breath. Exhale, lower the hands. Edge your front foot forwards. Straighten the leg. Flex the foot and fold. Bending into the front knee if you're modifying. Rolling shoulders back, gazing down. Breathing through any discomfort, knowing that it's just momentary. Inhale, lift the chest, bend the front knee, come back through your low lunge. Tucking the back toes, lift back knee. Arms up, chest up, high lunge. Press through the ball of the back foot and keep the back leg as extended as you can, so you're really stretching into the back leg. Inhale in position. Exhale, hands down. Step it back to plank. Press the floor away. Really strong with your foundation. With your exhale, lower the knees if you're modifying, or join me through chaturanga, super slow and steady on the way down. Inhale, coming into your Sphinx or taking Cobra with me. At the end of your exhale, lower the chest, press it back to downward facing. Set the hands and the feet, maybe pedaling out the legs if you like, finding small movements. And step both of your feet together in downward facing. Lift the right leg, open out the hip, bend the right knee. Begin to draw circles with your right leg, so you're moving through full rotation of the right hip socket. Just a couple times like this. And then square off your hips, step the right foot to the outside right hand. And sometimes you may need a little bit of help with your right hand just to bring the foot forwards, lower the back knee down. For the next 5 breaths, settle into lizard. So you're just allowing your body to soften into the ground here. There's no need to be strong. Focus on softening. Begin to tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Then from here, rock forwards and backwards. Maybe going a little bit diagonally over to the left and over to the right. Just finding a little bit more movement in the lower body. Then lower your back knee again, untuck the toes. And twist the body to the right and reach the right arm back. So you're lowering the left side hip down to the mat so that you can twist open to the right. Option to stay here, or if it's available, you can pick up the back foot, Maybe even reach to take a hold of the foot. Opening the chest, take a deep breath in. As you exhale out, release back foot, untwist the body, and step it back to plank pose. Lift the hips high, come into downward facing. Paddle out the legs. And then settle back into stillness. Feet together. Lift the left leg high, open out the hip, bend the knee. And begin to draw those circles again with the left leg. Pressing down through the hands to find balance here. And then squaring off your hips, step the left foot to the outside left hand. Give it a helping hand if it needs. Lower the back knee. Settle in for lizard. Find these next few breaths for stillness. And notice if you are really tempted to fidget your way through this pose, then challenge yourself to find stillness. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee, and begin to rock the body forwards and back, and a little bit diagonally. Finding any movements for you that feel good, maybe even drawing circles. When you're ready, lowering the back knee, twist the body to the left, and you're lowering the right side hip down to the mat. Reach the left arm back as you twist open. Then staying here or picking up the back foot, bending the knee, taking a hold of the foot if it's within reach. Opening the chest, deep breath in. Exhale out, release and untwist. Step it back to plank pose. Lift the hips high, straight away, downward facing. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, taking baby steps to come into forward fold. Edge the feet as wide as your mat. And then bend your knees, take a hold of the big toes with the index and middle fingers. And then bringing the belly against the thighs again, gaze down, fold in. Focus on keeping the belly next to the thighs. And if it's available, then extend the legs, coming into a wider forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, lift up halfway, let go of big toes. And then keeping the heels where they are, turn the toes out 45 degrees. Bend the knees and sink the hips down for Malasana, Yogi squat. And if you're struggling to get the hips down here, then lifting the heels so you're on the balls of the feet makes this much more accessible. And then you can keep the hands on the mat to help with the balance, or you can have the hands in prayer by your chest. And again, just finding little movements, rocking from side to side, moving in any way that feels good for your body. And settling into stillness, take a breath in, full breath out. Lower the hands, lift the hips, extend the legs, come back to that forward fold. Bring opposite hand to elbow for ragdoll. Then begin to bob the torso up and down, just little bobs. Let the torso hang heavy with gravity. Release the hands from the elbows. With your inhale, lift up halfway. Edge the feet in hips width. Exhale, step it back to plank pose. Press the floor away. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga or modify, slow and controlled on the way down. Inhale, come up into your Sphinx or Cobra. Chest forwards, shoulders back. Keep the knees grounded. Exhale, press back to tabletop and send the hips all the way back to the heels for Child's Pose. Rest your forehead and the tip of your nose on the mat and relax your shoulders. Walk the hands into the knees and lift yourself up into kneeling position. And then swing the legs all the way round. Extend the legs in front of you and flex the feet. And reach both arms up. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forwards. Release the arms. Option to find a little bit more of a bend in the knees if this is quite a lot for your hamstrings. And then relax your chin towards your chest. Let yourself soften into your fold. Reach the arms forwards, coming out just the way we came in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the arms. Come and lie down on your back, keeping the knees bent. Hug the knees into the chest. Make a ball with your body. Then open the knees out wide. And you can stay here for modified happy baby. Or reach to take a hold of outsides of feet for happy baby. Gentle rock from side to side. Massaging your spine, slowing everything down. Relax the shoulders down the back. Feel the upper back pressing into the ground. Then releasing the legs, bring the knees back together. Lower the left foot down to the mat. Extend the right leg, flex the foot, and then bring the hands around the back of the right thigh or maybe a little bit further up the leg towards the foot. And then just gently draw the leg towards the chest, keeping the foot flexed so you're really working into the right side hamstring. Keeping a slight bend in the knee if you know that you need to make this a little bit more accessible for you. Staying for 2 more deep breaths. And then we'll switch, lower the right foot. Extend and lift left leg. Bring the hands to the back of the leg and then start to draw the leg in towards the chest. Taking this to whatever level feels best. And then letting it go all the way down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees draw out wide. And we'll take a Supta Baddha Konasana for our restorative pose. Separate the arms either side the body. Allow yourself to be supported by the ground. Breathing deeply into the chest, just observing the rise and fall with each in and out breath. You have the option to stay here, or you can straighten the legs and come into Shavasana if you would prefer. Deepening your breath. Breathe into the back of your ribs so that you feel the breath is pressing into the ground. Breathe into the connection between your body and your mat. In these final moments, allowing yourself to let go of any thoughts, any feelings that aren't serving you. Soaking in the effects of the practice. When you're ready to come out, hug the knees into the chest. Roll onto one side. Take a moment there before returning to a comfortable seat. In your own time, coming back up, joining me in a seated position. Closing down the eyes. And settling back in for a moment of reflection. Breathe deeply into your body. And say an internal thank you for your hard work. Recognizing your efforts. When you're ready, glance the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me for class. Namaste.